Someone once said that faith with no challenge is no faith at all. We trust God with all our faith because He's the one that can pull it through.
In 2010, it seemed impossible to build a safe home for girls. Yet that was exactly what God was calling us to do. 3 ordinary, unlikely people heard God's call. We were not equipped, but we were willing and obedient. God was going to provide along the way. He sent us people like you, people who were going to link arms with us. Refuge of Light was built upon your prayers, your support, and your donations, and the belief that God is always faithful.
Some of you joined us for a season, and some of you have been with Refuge of Light the entire time, and we're so thankful for each and every one of you. This year, we are celebrating 10 years, a decade of deliverance for girls rescued out of human trafficking. And in that time, we've seen over 500 girls come through our Brave Girl Mentoring Program, and over 5,000 people attend our events and our traffic signals training. And with your help, we've continued to operate a residential safe home program, offering girls a life beyond their victimization. And because of that, we want your voices heard because you are the watchmen on the wall.
We've been partnering now with Refuge of Light for 10 years. Congratulations that you guys have been ministering to girls and women for so long. You know, we've got a problem in our city, in our country, in our world with sex trafficking. And Refuge of Light is part of the solution. It gives girls an option. It gives them a place to stay. It gives them training to be able to move forward in life. It also educates our community, which is so needed. We're so thankful to have been just a small part of that over these years, and I really encourage you to join us in this mission.
Happy 10-year anniversary to Refuge of Light. I was able to be there back in the beginning in 2010. My husband and I are monthly donors. We feel like it's important because the girls that come out of child sex trafficking or that are at risk for child sex trafficking deserve a better life, and I feel like that's what Refuge of Light has to offer. And I just want to encourage you to think about how you can help Refuge of Light, whether it's through monthly giving or volunteering. I think there's something that everyone can do in this fight against child sex trafficking.
Every year, 100 to 300,000 individuals are trafficked in the United States, but there are only a handful of safe homes and shelters for minor domestic victims. Refuge of Light is one of these safe homes, and they are redeeming and restoring lives through their program. I am grateful to be a part of the work that they are doing, and I encourage you, become a freedom fighter today.
Since the Refuge of Light Safe Home opened, there have been numerous girls from all walks of life come through its doors. A place where these brave girls receive their basic needs: food, clothing, and shelter. Here, they are provided with a safe place to sleep and a home-like environment filled with the love of Christ.
Refuge of Light began as an act of faithful obedience and has prospered because the Lord hates sin and loves His creation.
The girls at Refuge not only receive physical and emotional help, they also hear the life-changing gospel message. They see every day a picture of how different life looks when God rules in our hearts. We've supported Refuge of Light since 2012 because we share their belief that our merciful Lord blesses meager gifts to accomplish miraculous outcomes.
The home has 6 bedrooms with capacity for 13 girls ages 10 through 17 years. Each bedroom has its own private bathroom. There is a nice large kitchen and family table to share conversations and meals. Health and nutrition are very important, and the girls are each encouraged to get their food handler's license while at the safe home.
What an amazing organization that does wonderful things for young people who are exploited. I've actually visited Refuge of Light a couple of times and got to see firsthand the difference they're making, the love they show these young victims, and the bonds they create with them that can counteract the trauma bonds they have with their traffickers. This is crucial for their healing. And what I love about Refuge of Light is that they are small, but they have a huge heart, and their heart is in the right place. Congratulations, Refuge of Light.
Early on as your commissioner, I had the opportunity to visit Refuge of Light and was so impressed with the staff and what they were doing and continue to do for our children who fall into sex trafficking. It truly is amazing work. I was so impressed that I returned to my staff, told them everything that I had seen, even sat down with the governor and told them how proud I am of this very small group of dedicated individuals who are doing a very difficult job but are doing it so well.
Life skills such as doing laundry, cleaning, and managing day-to-day chores helps the girls build a routine and teaches them how to handle responsibility. Also, mentoring opportunities are offered and are essential to their well-being. This shows the girls that there are others who have a vested interest in their lives and that relationships matter.
Working as a direct care mentor means we are mentoring the girls all day long. And TBRI is our model for mentoring the girls, and that stands for Trust-Based Relational Intervention. And so everything that we do and the way we talk to them, even our speech, is very important to model before them, to show them a different way to live.
We at First Baptist Palestine wholeheartedly believe in the ministry of Refuge of Light, and we give and we pray for them regularly. It is a God-birthed and God-led ministry. It's a hand up, a lifeline, a life-saving measure through the love of Christ by people who love Christ and love those girls. They want to see them succeed. These girls are the victimized, the overpowered, and the scarred.
An on-site school is offered to provide the least restrictive environment for learning. Education is a top priority in each girl's individual plan. Depending on their age, some may pursue a GED or a high school equivalency diploma. Hobbies, extracurricular activities, and exposure to the arts are provided as a creative outlet for the girls, giving them a sense of normalcy. The girls also receive counseling in an individual and group setting, as well as medical and psychological services and different forms of therapy, including equine therapy, which is a favorite with everyone. Other outside activities include learning how to garden, riding bikes, and just taking walks or sitting by the gazebo for a little quiet time.
Through the program at Refuge of Light, our heart would be that they would also come to know and to believe that God cares about them and that their lives matter to Him, and He understands what they've been through. He loves them. He has rescued them for a purpose.
I came to Refuge of Light at the age of 15, and I was also pregnant at the time with my son, and I made the decision to keep him. And I stayed at Refuge for a little over 2 years, and in that time I got my GED, and when I turned 17 I enrolled in college, community college. When I was almost 18, I moved in with one of Refuge of Light's volunteers, her and her husband. They were just supposed to be a transition for me. I stayed there another year or two. I obtained my associate's degree for criminal justice. Back in November, I got married. For me, I learned so many things at Refuge other than, becoming a Christian. That was like the biggest thing that happened there, other than having my son. But I learned what it is to have family that don't want anything in return, just to see you succeed and love you. Now I got accepted into UT, where I will continue to study criminal justice.
For almost a decade, I've had the privilege of serving on the board of directors for Refuge of Light. As a board member, I've been able to watch these programs grow and develop. I have overwhelming confidence in the effectiveness of the ministry of Refuge of Light and in the integrity of their finances. My wife and I give to Refuge of Light because we believe that when a girl is rescued from the darkness, she should have a place to go that is light. Refuge provides that. We count it a privilege to be a part of this ministry, By giving to Refuge of Light, they have allowed us to become a part of this ongoing ministry, and we are able to be, along with them, the light of Jesus, as that light is shown into one of the darkest corners of our world.
Refuge of Light has made a difference in my life because of people like you, and I want to thank you for supporting this ministry and for being a freedom fighter.
The Refuge of Light Safe Home provides 24-hour round-the-clock care while the girls find a new way to live, learning to heal from their pain. Here, redemptive rescue and restoration begin with the birth of hope for a future.
Believers, together we stand. We're gonna set the world